This is Drop Tent Media Network.
Hey, welcome to the Weekday Comics. I'm Dave Primiano.
And I'm Dan D'Aprile, and we're here to shoot the shit and talk the news.
Hey, we're on.
Hey, what's up?
Sorry, 2 weeks and we forget how to do the
I
show,
completely forgot everything that I've done in the past year and a half, except look good.
Rock a red blazer.
Thank you. I just got back from Vegas.
I know.
I'm feeling good. I lost only $10.
Sweet.
Just $10 the whole trip. I'm feeling very happy right now.
Although in the past week I've noticed that 4 porn stars did die. So what were you really doing out there? That's what I want to know.
Listen, all I'm going to say is they only stopped the Bellagio fountains once in 58 years, and it was the time I was there. It was the week I was there. It was for some endangered fucking bird. I don't know if you heard that story. That like some kind of endangered bird landed in the fountain, and they didn't come on.
I did not hear that.
Yeah,
no.
and this was my 40th birthday gift to myself. I stayed at the Bellagio. It was a bucket list item. Now I have another bucket list item. Make the yellow-billed loon go extinct because he shut down my show. I was supposed to get like several fountain shows a day. I got none on Tuesday. So the bird has to go for that.
Right side, your car didn't blow up, right?
That's true. That
There
is
you
true.
Hey, let's introduce our.
Yes, we have a great guest.
This is inadvertently our Ramadan special. It's
Not
the second
planned,
day.
really.
It's the second day of Ramadan.
Yeah.
I did not realize that when it kind of worked out perfectly. Yeah.
Yeah,
We got
so-
Medina here.
So I'm here, freshly fed and
That's right.
exhausted.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
So wait, okay. So it's you had to what are the fasting hours?
So it changes every year. This year, like today, we started fasting at like 6:40 or something like that. Is that right? That's wrong? 6:15? I don't know. I was
Wow.
up at like 4:50.
Her
I'll just
husband's
say that.
sitting off camera. That's who she's.
Yeah. No, I'm looking to the angel in the room.
That's right.
Yeah, 6 something, and then we broke our fast at like 7:06.
Okay.
Okay.
So we just like scarfed down food and then got on the road to come here. So
Okay. Well,
yeah.
thank you so much.
Commitment.
Hell yeah. We
Hell yeah.
appreciate
So
we
it's not
appreciate
like
that.
a grand. It's just you don't make like a special meal out of it. It's just whatever crap you can shove in your face.
So I mean, like officially, like there is like a tradition that you break your fast with a date, like a dried date,
Okay.
and water. So we did that, and then we prayed the like prayer we were supposed to pray on that time, and then we scarfed down.
Is
I
that like
skipped
the
to the food.
is that like the best date you've ever had at that moment?
so good.
Yeah, you're like, oh my
The
god, I
water,
love
we
this
had
date.
My husband put ice in the water.
Oh,
Oh
shit.
hell yeah,
Gosh.
yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah.
And it's getting a little warmer out too. That ice cube really did its work.
Hits the
It really
spot,
did.
right?
It feels like the first day of spring, kind of.
It does.
today.
Yeah, it felt really nice.
Do you eat breakfast? Do you wake up before 6:48?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. So
Yeah.
you don't if you ever oversleep, you're just like, well, that's
Yeah, you're just like
That's
really
fucked.
miserable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oof. That would get you up, wouldn't it? If you
No.
had to eat. No, you would still
I
oversleep.
take sleeping over eating every time.
I
yeah.
like to balance of both, as you can see. I managed to get it both in. Yeah.
That's cool. And this last, because I asked you to be on, and you mentioned like, did you think I asked you specifically for Ramadan? It
No,
was just
no, I figured you had no idea that Ramadan was happening.
You
why?
were right.
Why would you assume that I'm not a man of culture?
It's funny, like every year I feel like I teach like 10 new people, and then every year I meet like 30 people who are like, wait, not even water? And I'm like, oh, I can still teach someone that like,
Yeah.
yeah,
So
we
not
don't
even
drink
water.
No, we don't drink anything.
Can you do like, so not even like the surgery water? Like if someone has to get surgery, they say don't drink water, but you can like dip a sponge
Oh,
in
right. And
water
chew on
and,
the
like,
sponge.
and like
It's just, like,
rub it on their lips or
1700.
something.
It's like a rag. Just
Yeah.
Okay. No, not even that.
Okay.
But if you were having surgery, you wouldn't have to fast. Like if you have like medical
Right.
issues. Then
There are
Well,
exceptions.
if you're having
to it.
surgery, you're
Yeah.
not supposed to eat.
No, but
But after surgery.
religiously, there are exceptions to like if you need
Yeah.
to drink or something during the
Yeah,
day.
because they normally do make you eat after the surgery.
I've never had surgery.
Okay.
Picture of health.
Yeah.
What can I say?
Shocking everyone watching right now.
I actually just my philosophy on health is what they if they don't tell you, you don't have it.
Right, right.
Just never go to the doctor and you'll be okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just melts the cancer away.
Remind me to cancel my endoscopy later.
But you can get those during Ramadan, right? Okay.
I wouldn't. Because once you wake up from like, getting put under whatever drugs they used for Prince and Michael, and you wake up, it's like so hungry.
Yeah,
all
that's
I
true.
want is a Lorna Doone and that little apple juice that's in the little cup with the foil lid.
Yeah.
Oh, that's the apple juice you'd
Good
go.
stuff.
You could
It's good
taste the
stuff.
foil on it though. Give me
I
the
like it.
cardboard
That's
like
box.
no, it's
foil
like camp
juice.
apple juice. I like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like summer camp apple juice.
Good.
You have a lot of
I was always
summer
I
camp
guess
trauma, as we know from previous stories.
Oh.
I'm not bringing up the JCC on Ramadan. I know.
Yeah, he went to a Jewish summer
My
camp.
mom
We'll not
sent
bring
me
it up.
to. That's the reason I hate those. No,
That's the reason you hate sports, really, is what the answer.
are you kidding? I'm a half Jew that went to a full Jew camp. I was the athlete on campus.
Yeah, all right, that's
Yeah.
true. Great, one of the great. We are. I am lucky every week to film with one of the great Jewish athletes.
Gaga
David
ball
Primiano.
champion.
I always forget. That's great. We also, you are probably one of the most accomplished stand-ups that we perform with. You are respectable. That's
I
one of the.
noticed- yeah, I
that's
didn't-
one of the craziest things I've seen in comedy yet. You balance like a perfectly respectable, like good career with stand-up comedy.
Oh, I thought you meant my comedy was respectable.
Oh, your comedy
I'm
is
like,
also respectable.
Yes.
I respect that as well. But,
That's what got your foot in this door.
yeah.
right.
But people like Dave and I, we're generally not fit for any public-facing job.
Yeah. Well,
we're-
I didn't know this until because I wanted to tag you in the Instagram post to promote the show, and then I saw your Instagram page, and I was like, why the hell would she agree to come on this show?
Yeah, Dave and I are strictly like back of house employees.
Yeah.
They want to keep us away from the public.
We say our full names. Like, yeah, you had last name redacted
Yeah.
for this, which was smart. And in fact, at least another guest said, hey, my work just found out about me doing comedy. Can you take my last name off of the show description?
That happened to us.
Yeah, I
Nice.
changed it.
Oh,
He's
that's
Steve
great.
K now.
It was
But,
it was Steve Kane that wanted his name taken
Steve
off.
K.
Oh, I'm
Yeah.
sorry, Steve K,
Yeah.
who we don't know.
Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah,
That's great.
but you're like government.
Yeah, so the name thing, it started off as like I wanted to separate my like public life from comedy, but now it's just like people get confused when you give them more than one name,
Yeah.
especially when you give them three, and I have a hyphenated.
Yeah, you're
last
hyphenated.
name.
So I'm saying use
it's
one
like,
hyphen for comedy.
It's too
One.
confusing. So
That's fair.
people tend to say my first name wrong, so it's like let's just give them one name.
Did I get it?
You say it right. Yeah.
Okay.
It's Medina.
Well, yeah. First time I saw it, you had it just written out phonetically
Yeah.
on an open mic
You know
list.
what's wild? I write it Medina, and I was at a mic the other day, and the guy was like Mudina.
Ooh.
I was like, dang.
I wrote it.
thought
I made it easy for you.
I
yeah.
thought I made it easy, but
Yeah. Well, you have to realize a lot of people involved in comedy, they're not bright. They're not bright enough to run for public
you
office
know,
for sure.
I don't know if that's true. The last part there, I
Yeah.
think it's true that a lot of them aren't bright, but neither are my colleagues.
Yeah.
You don't have to be bright to run for public
Yeah.
office.
We're literally about to have two cartoon characters battling for president. I don't think bright. Yeah,
That is true.
politics is. There's a lot of. It's you have to be in the mindset to think I should be in charge of this. See, because you see respectable people walking around on the street, you're like, that guy
Yeah.
could probably be a good
Right.
president.
And they're
Yeah.
like, oh no, that job has a lot of responsibility. I don't know if I'm cut out for it.
Yeah.
Right, especially in the top jobs where
You know?
people, it's like anyone that would want to accept the job is should automatically be disqualified from the job.
That's actually an Islamic principle.
Okay, there you go.
Yeah. That
But-
like the person in charge should not want to be like they should be appointed by the people.
Right,
Like,
it
there
should sort of be
like, a
thrust upon
decision.
them a little bit.
Yeah.
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 I mean, I
Yeah,
do
I-
feel sometimes just any random person could probably do a better job than some of the people that I've seen. So,
I would like to see like the last president that really didn't want to be there was George W. though, and he.
Yeah.
Now watch this drive.
Yeah, right. That's the thing now, though. They can just appoint people to do their bidding and then just golf. So
Yeah.
it's actually probably could be a pretty relaxing job if you didn't give a shit about it.
So what level are you at?
I'm a state representative, so I'm in Delaware state government.
That's awesome.
Wow.
Yeah.
How many representatives does the state have?
Delaware has 41. Every state's different. So.
Well, I figured Delaware would have Delaware. Yeah, that's not an important. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Delaware is a great
Cut
state.
the mics.
Yeah, right. Now you're doing Trump. It's a great state. I love Delaware.
Well, Trump would hate Delaware. That's Biden's
I mean,
state.
all I know
That is true.
about Trump is right now he said something about Philadelphia, right? Right?
Did he?
Horrible things happen there. or
Oh, that's
something,
right. He
Wasn't
said
that-
bad
wasn't
things
that his
happen in
thing?
I
Philadelphia.
mean,
He didn't say that about Delaware.
that's true.
So
That is true. He doesn't really talk about Delaware that much. Nor do most people on a national
Yeah.
stage, really, when you think about it.
I mean, the
Delaware.
president,
Yeah, right. Of course, he won't shut up about it. No, I'm just kidding.
And Aubrey Plaza, you got your
Yeah.
people.
Yeah.
Yeah. Ryan Philippe.
I did not know
I
about
did not
Ryan
know that.
Philippe.
Okay, add him
Yeah.
to the Delaware list.
Yeah.
Great.
I mean, what's he been in since
Yeah, he's-
Crash?
He was in
MacGruber.
He was in a show that I think did a couple seasons where he
Okay.
gets killed in the first
Oh.
episode, but he keeps doing flashbacks to where he's alive kind of thing.
Okay.
I didn't see it.
Okay, as long as
I'm
you're
still a
suppo-
fan,
yeah.
Ryan. I'm still a fan.
Yeah.
Yeah, are you allowed to tell your Delaware citizens that you don't watch every Ryan Philippe project?
Honestly, I think Aubrey kind of unseated him, and
Yeah.
so
You
it's
just
like
have to watch all.
her stuff.
Right. You have to
Yeah.
watch all the Aubrey Plaza
Yeah.
content.
Yeah, Parks and Rec, fantastic.
Yeah, she has that movie where she's like a nun. For,
I
it's
don't
on
think.
Netflix.
Yeah,
I haven't seen that yet.
I haven't seen. Yeah, I've only seen.
There's one where she gets into stealing credit cards. Did you see that? That was
Emily
pretty
is a
good.
criminal. Wasn't that good?
Okay.
I like
I know.
Speaking,
Anyway,
speaking of
I'm from
content,
Delaware though.
speaking of film content that nobody saw, did you see the Oscars,
No.
Medina? See, there we go. Did you watch it this year?
I caught the replay. Yeah.
That's why I'm wearing this right now, in part.
Yeah, you're wearing. I
Yeah.
thought this was your Vegas.
Oh.
It's
wear.
my Vegas / Oscars finery here. I'm ready to accept my award. No, it was a boring one. It was one where there was a dominant film. It won everything. And then there was this award goes to, it was a lot of, it's a pleasure to be nominated. A lot of people that were never going to get, it was just like movies you were like, why is that there? Like one of the movies
Called
like,
Barbie.
Yeah.
no,
say
but Barbie,
that.
well, I mean, you know,
I enjoyed it, but
yeah,
come on,
right.
Was it
Let's
high
go,
art?
like-
Yeah.
come on.
Yeah.
People were so mad, and it's like,
Yeah. It got there. It had like,
I loved Avengers. Do I think it deserves an Oscar?
right.
Like, come
That's
on.
like people were mad because Angela Bassett didn't win for the
Ooh, yeah, don't
Black
get me started
Panther.
on that.
It's like you might have loved it, but she's always going to get dragged down by the fact that it was a Marvel movie. Like you could do the best acting job in a Marvel movie,
Yeah.
but the Marvel movie will drag it out of contention just because
Also-
it's
Wait,
not
You were
respected.
pulling for her for Wakanda
No,
Forever?
absolutely not.
Oh.
No, that's why I said don't get me started, because that had me so mad. Everybody being like, this is racism. And it's like, have you seen Everything Everywhere All at Once? Because
Right, it was so much better.
way better movie.
And also, they weren't white.
Yeah.
Actually, Jamie Lee Curtis.
she
she's
did-
the one that
she
won.
did win
Fuck.
that,
But
but-
she
Yeah.
won over
But
the
she
Asian
also
girl
was-
that had
Yeah.
a way bigger part in the movie.
Yeah, it was probably a better role.
They both won. So Jamie got the supporting.
Yeah, but I'm
Yeah.
saying the
Angela, so-
daughter was also nominated
Stephanie
for
Sue.
supporting,
Oh, yeah, she
who
was
had
good
a
too.
bigger part.
Yeah, and was better than Jamie Lee
Yeah.
Curtis. That was like a lifetime award for her, though. Stephanie Sue will get hers. It was like a, it's like a nod. But like, we'll get you. We'll
I
get you
really
in a
like
couple
that movie. I feel like anyone who complained about Angela not winning didn't watch the movie.
Yeah.
There's no comparing those scripts. I'm sorry.
No,
Yeah.
Just better writing.
I agree.
It's true.
And this year, I don't think anybody. There was some Barbie nonsense, but
Yeah.
everybody knew Oppenheimer was going to stomp all the competition down. I felt really sad. I started feeling sad for Bradley Cooper and his weird, niche movie about a composer that nobody saw and nobody's
Why?
going to see.
Which one was that called again?
I don't even remember. Bernstein.
The Maestro.
Maestro,
Maestro.
Right.
We covered it when we were talking about Jew-Face
Yeah.
a couple
He,
months ago. That was
he
the
took-
controversy.
Oh, right, I
He
saw
took it away
that.
from
Yeah.
actors that naturally look like this.
Yeah, that's so dumb. I hate that.
So Dave was protesting the film, but I just didn't see it.
well,
nor did most of
do you guys
America.
watch The Bear?
Yes. Oh my God, that's so
how
good.
I felt. Like, I love that show, and I really enjoyed what I've seen of it so far. But the episode where it's like Christmas dinner.
The best
Oh my
episode of
God.
the
Yeah.
show.
The
It
most
took- first of all,
triggering
it-
episode of
Thank
television
you.
of my
it took
entire
me like
life.
3 tries to get through it because I was like, I can't.
Yeah.
I need to go outside.
Oh God.
But they're like, it's supposed to be this Italian family. Are there any Italians on that cast?
No, I
Like,
don't think so.
There are Italians in Hollywood. I'm sorry. Like,
Right. Maybe
No,
Cousin
they're-
Richie? I don't know. But yeah.
Yeah, Italians are a dying breed in Hollywood.
That
That's
is
why
true.
We don't have mob movies anymore because De Niro and Pacino got old.
Pacino couldn't even give the
Yeah.
award. He was like, all right, it's Oppenheimer.
Yeah, he's like, and now when I announce this award, which is going to be Oppenheimer, act surprised. Ah, shit, I just said it. Anyway, it's Oppenheimer, so get up here now. All right.
that's kind of like how our elections are now.
That's how they should get Al Pacino to come out
Yeah.
and announce,
He'd be like,
yeah,
"Yeah."
Joe Biden, get up here.
Yeah.
I don't think he's going to say that name.
No, I don't think so either.
I'm trying to be positive.
I'll tell you what, I think Joe Biden was probably happy Oppenheimer won because I think that's his favorite Oscar movie.
Oh, yeah, right. The one
Yeah.
with the bombs. Yeah.
Well, because I feel like he probably thinks he was there. You know? That's my theory. I think he reads about stuff and then he just like becomes like. Do you remember the show Wishbone?
Yes.
I don't know Wishbone.
You don't
no.
remember Wishbone? Oh, it's like a definitely our age group
Yeah.
related.
Public television though. Maybe you were
That's
watching
why.
cable.
First of all, I'm a streamer
camp.
now. Yeah, at camp. It's true. They didn't have TVs at Jew camp.
Wishbone was a dog, and he would live out the plot of like classic literature.
Yeah.
So if like the episode was like Robin Hood, Wishbone, the dog, would be Robin Hood, and he'd have a little hat.
Yeah.
with
Now,
a little
okay,
bow
we're-
on his back.
Wait, hold on.
Imagine
We're-
Air Bud, but a Russell Terrier,
Okay.
and not sports.
So the other characters,
There he
like
is.
Little John and Friar Tuck, they were still humans,
All
or were they
humans.
dogs?
Yeah, all
Yeah.
humans, and like classical actor,
Yeah.
like that would be like Robin, and then it would just be this little dog.
So they saw him as a person, and he
Yes.
was a dog
Yeah.
to us, the viewer. And
Yes.
Yes.
So
Like
when
they
he
s-
was barking, were they understanding it as people words?
Yes, they react to his barks as if he
Yeah.
was speaking.
So what the hell's the point of making him a dog?
Because there's a meta story on top where it's children learning about the story,
Yeah.
and Wishbone is their dog.
Oh, so Wishbone's a kid show for us. It's not
Yes.
like a
Yeah,
okay.
yeah,
It's
yeah.
not.
it was
Yeah,
it was for our
90s kid
generation.
show.
Yeah,
No, never even heard
never
of
saw
it.
Wishbone.
So
No.
imagine, you're young Joe Biden,
I
and
can't.
someone is
I
like,
can't imagine.
there
a
was the
young
war.
It's
There was a war,
1875.
and all of Europe was involved, and it was empires, and there was bad stuff happening, and then somebody created a bomb, and then like you zoom out from that, and he's like, I was there.
Yeah.
I was next to him when he came up with the idea.
That is funny.
That's-
Maybe he's just so impressionable. He just thinks
Yeah,
he's
I don't think
wherever-
he's lying.
Yeah.
I think he believes it.
Okay.
Like every time they show like a test bomb in movies and then they have their hair blown out and that dumbfounded look on it. That's like
little
that's like
glasses
the
on.
pause face he makes every time he just loses his train of thought when
Yeah.
he's doing his speech.
Yeah.
And apparently that's our best case scenario.
Hey,
is-
I suppose maybe that's the best of the two. Well,
Terrifying stuff.
yeah, boy, government.
Makes Oppenheimer seem tame.
Right. Yeah, so I guess truly like the vulgarities and like terribleness of like open mic comedy, you probably showed up after being in government and was like, "Oh, this is easy." It like destroys most people, but you were just like, "Whatever."
Yeah, people are like, you seem so confident on stage, even though your jokes didn't hit. And I'm like, well, I just left
That's not a
4
good
committee
compliment.
meetings. And,
Are they like Parks and Rec, those committee meetings? Like where? So like,
yeah.
what are some stupid issues people bring up?
Oh, that's a good question.
And assume they're watching.
Yeah, like a bill.
I always do. So
Like a bill, maybe. I know, like, well, it could be wrong, but Delaware is like majority Democrat controlled,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
So a lot of times in states that have been like that for a while, the minority party is like absolutely nuts. I don't know about how it is in Delaware, but sometimes they like put forth crazy. bills.
They do
Yeah.
put forward weird stuff. But also, I think when you have a state where Democrats are in control of like every branch of government, the Democrats are just nuts too.
Right. Right, because everyone can, if they control everything, so
there's
then the
no-
weirdos get
there's
in
like
charge.
no real competition.
Right.
You know what I mean?
There's 3% on one side and 3% on the other that are just the same exact person. And they
I
just
mean,
don't realize
I
it.
am
Yeah.
probably the most far left person in the house, and like every once in a while, me and the most far right guy are just like, yeah, we're the only ones voting the same way on this.
Right. Because everyone else wants to like preserve the structure or whatever, and you
Yeah,
two are like,
yeah.
well, we don't agree on anything else, but
Right.
like, fuck
There
this.
was like a couple years ago, there
But
was a
you
bill.
say you're far. You're not like a nutbag. Like when I think far left, I think those
I'm a
offended
socialist.
Hell
So-
yeah.
Yeah, but you
That's all right. That's all right.
you've never broken down into screaming attacks at any of the like when I think far left, I think that woman when Trump was inaugurated just
Oh, like crying and screaming.
yeah, with with the dyed green hair and the thick
even
glasses.
is
Those are like same thing on the right. Those are like the culture war crazy people, right? Like if you're a socialist, you're concerned more with like the economics of it,
Yeah.
more so
yeah,
than like
social welfare.
than
and-
displaying how woke you are, or liberal. You're talking about
no.
woke
Wokeness,
specifically.
yeah, I guess I am talking
Oh.
about
Yeah,
wokeness.
yeah, yeah.
Oh,
But it's the
there's a
same thing
lot
on
of
the right.
that.
It's like the culture war. Like you'll talk to like Republican people. I'm like, okay, well, what do you want?
Yeah.
And they're like, I'm tired of seeing interracial relationships in commercials.
Yeah,
It's
they're
like, well,
I don't
how
wanna
is
see
that?
another drag show in the library? That's
Yeah,
what I want.
Right,
You
like
should
how the
strive
is
to
that a
get
government?
TiVo.
I
yeah.
want breakfast at McDonald's to stop at 10 a.m. like it used to.
That's
right.
legitimate. Though.
No, let the people
It's
eat
unnatural.
breakfast.
Hash browns at 1 p.m. Unnatural.
Oh, they don't want McDonald's to have
Right,
24.
they're
Okay, no,
conservatives.
fuck
They
them.
want
They
right. They want to go back to the way it used to be.
death
Yeah.
penalty immediately.
Yeah, I was gonna say I was surprised to find you on the side of breakfast.
You
ends at
don't
10.
want to. I mean,
No, okay, I misheard, and I apologize to all my constituents out there.
yeah,
Did
they're
the
listening.
court stenographer retract that statement?
Yeah. Oh my gosh, there's so many instances where like I wish we had that.
Yeah.
Because they'll be like A, B, C, and I'll be like, well, I have an issue with B and C. They'll be like, I said E, F, G, and I'm like, you definitely didn't. And
Right.
they're like, are you saying that? I'm like, no, I'm nuts. Apparently, I'm nuts.
Do you find that in comedy, can you get away with saying like some of the things in certain ways that you want to say when you're in these committees and you have to like?
Oh no, I make jokes in committee.
Oh, nice. Yeah, you'll just say whatever. I guess that like if you're the furthest left, you're just like fuck
No,
it,
absolutely.
right? Okay.
I mean, yeah. The person that you guys see at open mics is like the same.
Wow,
basically.
really?
I don't talk about poop as much,
Oh.
but like besides that,
Well, the people demand that you
Yeah.
bring that up.
Poop
Give
is
your
a big-
poop
constituents
is an
what they
issue.
want.
It's the number 2 issue
yeah.
though.
That's why I don't vote. They don't talk about the
don't-
poop issues. Yeah.
Kitchen table poop issues.
Right,
that,
right,
that
right.
I
affect
want salt,
American
pepper, and
families.
Yeah.
laxatives on every table at restaurants.
Metamucil, baby. If it's not on your kitchen table, you must
Salt,
be getting
pepper,
enough
and
fiber.
laxatives.
Write it down. More of a shopping list for Dave than an episode title.
No,
That's
no,
funny.
I don't. I have enough salt.
Do you ever find like in the course of your job, like you meet somebody like an opponent like on the other side or something, or on the Democrat, and just be like, man, if I ever leave this position, I'm putting you on fucking blast.
Oh
I've
my
got 10 minutes
gosh.
on
Do
you.
you know how much I've written down? Oh man. Look, HBO, all I'm saying, give me like 45 minutes.
You guys don't have like an annual like event where you just roast the shit out of you.
We should.
Yeah.
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 Although those
No.
events never actually.
I mean, I
want
do
comedy,
like to
but-
like sometimes. I guess it's passive aggressive, but it's like everyone knows what I'm talking about. I do like to be like, my colleagues may disagree, but when we hear people say things like X, Y, and Z, I mean, really? If you look at the data and then just like everyone knows that it's the person who just said that, and like, what are they gonna do? Be like, well, what I meant was correlation, not causation. Like, they don't even know what that means. Most of them, unfortunately.
I don't either.
Like,
yeah.
so.
Yeah, I guess I was gonna say like you have to back things up with data being a politician, then I was like, no, you don't.
Yeah.
Actually, you probably do, but you don't have to.
Yeah,
I know most of them
unfortunately.
don't.
You have to find the right data that agrees with whatever you're saying.
The data that's been tailor-made by some billionaire to make
There's
your
a lot
point.
of that.
Page
There's a
8
lot
of
that.
Google searches or whatever, right?
It's kind of funny too, because like people that I work with, they'll be like, "Oh, let's pass a bill for like data literacy so that kids know how to like go on the internet and not get tricked." And I'm like, maybe make that like a prereq for being in.
Yeah.
The kids are all right. Y'all, on the other hand, not so much.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like that would be like, it should be like, you can get elected, but you have to take like a civics test so we can laugh at you if
Let's
you
start
fail
with an
it.
IQ test.
Yeah, right. Or what? Just some sort of test, so that, and then like the
Let's start with
scoreboards
like a
go up.
500-piece puzzle.
Yeah, mental acuity. Mental acuity is the big test that they're talking about for Biden taking, which
He's not
page
taking
8,
it.
page
though.
8 of Google said he passed with flying colors. I thought.
Yeah, he's not taking it. Though.
Page
He's not taking it.
But I mean,
Yeah.
Trump and RFK Jr. are the ones that said he needs to take one.
Yeah.
And I think I'd like to see how their
It's gotta
test
be everybody.
I want to do
Gotta be
instead of a
everybody.
debate. I want to see 3 of them lined up doing the mental acuity test, just to see how each one of them fucks it up.
I picture them more as those 3 monkeys sitting like.
Oh
"No,
yeah.
But this is what we got. This is what we have to choose from.
Yeah,
right?
this is the representation of the entire country right here. That handful of old men.
Yeah.
Am I allowed to just say I don't vote in front of you? Is that offensive?
Yeah.
No, you saying that makes our audience feel a lot better, Dave.
Well, I mean, I live in New Jersey, and that's
live in
always
New
going to go the
Jersey?
one. You didn't know that about me?
No.
Yeah.
Half of the times we've met have been in New Jersey, so you had a 50.
Oh yeah. This is actually like a little tri-state area meeting here: Pennsylvania, Jersey, Delaware. Here we go.
There we go.
Yeah.
All right.
He's the
Geographic
one that-
diversity
yeah.
here. Yeah.
Diversity.
It's geographic diversity. You know.
We'll tell people that when they say our podcast isn't diverse enough.
Wait, he's
Hey.
from New
Oh, yeah,
Jersey.
he's
I'm
from New Jersey.
Pennsylvania.
It's a sitcom.
We have
right?
guests from Delaware.
That's right. Yeah, which is obviously the most diverse fact I can think about. You're from Delaware.
Right. That's
Yeah,
it.
that's how you get on all those comedy lineups. They're like, we need
Yeah.
a comic from
They're
Delaware.
like-
Yeah.
Jokes, but
Yeah,
like-
right. No.
Can you be gay for this show?
There are comics. I have a friend, Charles Disney. He's a great comic. Although he quit, so he was a great comic.
Sounds like a Nepo comic.
Yeah, no relation.
Oh.
But he was on a bit. He is bi, and he was always on a crusade because in L.A. there's a lot of comics that he would insist are only bisexual to get on the LGBT shows.
Oh, wow.
He was like, I don't
I
believe
believe
them.
that.
He's like, I've never seen them date anyone. They've never posted a picture. Uh-oh.
The
We're having
studio's
the studio's falling apart.
and
If I
God.
die in Pennsylvania, I don't know what's gonna happen to my will.
Then all of a sudden, the car getting stolen wouldn't look so
Wouldn't
bad.
be so
for you.
bad, right? Michael Beavers would only have the second worst experience on this show.
A lamp fell on our guest's head.
We go away for a couple weeks and
And
things
even
are
worse,
literally falling
My
apart.
lighting was terrible after that. I was not accentuated, and our guest died. It is terrible in that order.
Right.
But yeah, so you never thought about lying about your sexuality to jump on extra shows or whatever?
Oh, yeah, I feel like it's unethical, but I believe my friend convinced me that there are comics that do that.
I believe it.
Yeah.
I think there's politicians who do it.
Yeah? You think so? I mean, there's certainly politicians that lie about being
yeah.
straight.
Oh, yeah.
That's all
And
over.
they're
New
the ones
Jersey
that
in
are
the
like gung ho about policing people. too.
Right.
It's always
It's-
like, could you just like get therapy instead
Right.
of like
I also feel, right, if
You mean conversion therapy? Or?
no, like they just need to like be on a couch.
I
Talk
feel
it
like
out.
it should be a rule, like if you try to pass a law that restricts anybody's like sexual freedom or anything like that, we have to see your internet search history. Like I want to see where you're going on Pornhub
Right.
to see where this is coming from.
Do the boner test. We're gonna play that type.
Oh my God.
We're gonna play that type of pornography for you.
Right, whoever you're trying to ban, you have to watch it.
And
And,
we're
if
gonna-
the feather goes,
I feel
We're
like
gonna have an Apple Watch.
there's definitely a correlation there.
yeah, I think so for
Yeah.
sure.
Oh, definitely. I mean, why
Do you
else
understand the word now with the context?
would I separately? Yes. I think the other word was the one that was confusing me. I forgot what
Causation.
it was. Yeah. Cause.
You know it. You're a smart guy.
He can't learn more than one word in an hour. It's gonna
First
be
of all,
hard for him.
I project the image of smartness. I am dumb as shit. I have a somewhat decent vocabulary that I hide behind, but I don't fucking know anything.
Well, that makes me feel bad about myself because every once in a while when you're doing the one-liners, I'm like, and like everyone's laughing. I'm like, I don't know what's funny about that.
That's okay. Usually when he's doing the one-liners, people can't really figure out
yeah.
what's funny about it.
No.
There's
it's
not
like,
really
it's
an
just too
audience
quick.
tonight, so you're going to have to laugh at those jokes anyway when we do them at the end of the show.
It's okay.
Yeah.
No, YouTube's pretty good at picking out the fake laughs, and I feel shame when they...
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
fine. I'm still going to do them. I don't care that the YouTube can identify when I'm helping out the show.
Yeah.
You know, you got a fake laugh.
Nah, I'm not good at that.
That's okay. It probably has been like drained out of you from
Yeah, well,
years
because
of
my
public service.
colleagues in the state house think that they're funnier. They think they're funny, period. And like, oh God, it's painful.
Right.
Do any of them talk? Do they know you do stand-up?
Yeah.
And now they're, oh, I could be a stand-up
No,
too.
they've been like that since before I thought I was funny. And then I'm like, you know what? I'm funnier than them, so
Yeah.
I might as well try professionally. But yeah, it's always like, ha ha. So something not funny. You know what I mean? And they're all like,
Well,
I
yeah, they
did-
say that politics is Hollywood for ugly people, right? So if you can't make it as an actor, you get into politics. So it makes
there's
sense.
a lot of
'Cause actors
theatrics, that's
yeah,
for sure.
They're full of themselves.
Wait.
What, you've never heard that?
Look, wait, I thought that was what comedy was.
Well, that too.
Yeah.
That
Can't-
phrase, I
can't
think,
look good
predates
yeah.
comedy as a viable career.
Can't look good reading the lines of other people? Write the lines then.
Yeah, yeah.
Is it? So say comedy did take off though. Is
Yeah.
is politics in the rear view? Or are you double
yeah.
dipping? Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah.
So you're not gonna be the Netflix special from the state representative? I said the right thing, right? There's too many positions.
Yeah, you said it right.
involved. Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no. I mean, I like helping people, and there's lots of ways to do that. So like that's what I'm doing right now, but I don't see myself doing this forever, or even close to like forever.
Yeah.
I thought that would be someone's like top. So this just a stepping stone? What's next then? Senate?
No, I mean
Nah.
like politics. When I say
Just-
I don't,
okay.
no, I don't want to be in politics forever.
Hmm.
It's already like destroying me.
So how
It
do you
just
get
seems
in?
rough.
Yeah, how do you get in
It's
the
like
first place?
physically turning me white. I don't know if you've noticed.
Well, that's when you're Republican then, right? Is that yeah.
Yeah.
She's slowly becoming more conservative. She's a
Slowly.
socialist now,
Yeah, slowly. Soon enough, I'll be, thumping for Mitch McConnell, insider trading.
Here we
but
go.
you were bit by Dick Cheney, and you're
Oh.
slowly becoming him. Is what's happening. It's like by the
Yeah.
full moon.
Yeah, he actually shot me. We were out hunting. Yeah. What are friends
That one
for
wasn't even
after
on a
all?
hunting trip though. That was just his Tuesday.
He was like, "Hey, yeah."
So
How's
how
it
do you get
going?
into politics if it wasn't like a goal of yours? Is
Well,
it just something
was
you
a
fell
goal.
into?
It was a goal to work in politics, not to be a politician. Like
Okay.
I wanted originally to be an interpreter, and I really
Oh.
like studying foreign languages and culture and stuff. So my goal was to be an interpreter for like a diplomat or politician and like see the world and like that kind of thing. But yeah, I learned about state politics like 2 years before I ran for office. I didn't really know much about it. And then I got there and I was like, oh, it's a bunch of regular people that don't know anything.
So
and
it's basically
don't have
real
any
estate.
like courage. So
Yeah.
You basically, all right, study this book. We'll give you a test, and then hey, you're a politician now.
yeah, except for it's like a brochure.
Oh man,
Not
not,
a
even a
book.
textbook.
I mean, because like if you think about it, right, it's not like a job where you have to have some kind of like expertise or like a certificate, or like people literally just roll into it with their own opinions that they have no information to back up. Like
yeah.
so I have a bachelor's degree in like a related field, and then I have a master's now, which I got while I was in office, but like that's rare.
Yeah.
Like there's
Also-
a couple lawyers, but
Also
okay.
rare to have a master's in comedy. That's not a lot of not a
and
lot
a-
of stand-ups
And a
or
bachelor's.
yeah, bachelor's is rare enough. Although I think there's a lot of liberal arts degrees kicking around
Oh,
open
yeah.
mics.
Yeah.
But yeah, masters. You're accomplished in another way when you show up to these open mics.
Yeah, and just wait for me to be white. I'm gonna be
Yeah.
unstoppable.
That's what it is. You're slowly
Yeah.
you're doing everything you can to get that HBO
Oh,
special,
yeah.
including
Oh,
becoming
yeah.
white.
Once
I understand.
I'm a white woman, I'll just start talking about my sex life, and then I'll be set.
Dating is hard. Yeah,
I'll
right.
be like, so my husband. Ah,
Is that?
gosh.
Can
you
I
know?
ask about that? Is that
about
you
what?
brought it up? No,
Well, my skin condition or my husband?
both. No.
Dave would refer to a spouse as a skin condition.
As that. No.
No, is that the way it's trending? It's just whiteness taking over. It doesn't
yeah. So
shapeshifter.
it's called
movement?
vitiligo. I've had it now for about 10 years. I do a lot of my jokes about it. So like,
Yeah,
it's-
Yeah, you're pretty open
Yeah.
about it.
Yeah, you got
Yeah.
Morgan Freeman as the voice of it. That's
yeah, and pretty soon it'll be like Steve Buscemi's voice instead. So,
is that. Does Morgan Freeman have vitiligo too?
No, I don't
not
think
that
No,
I
he's
so.
just
know of.
yeah.
He's just sponsoring.
I thought
it,
you were
suppose.
saying like my body, like if it were to be like a show.
I don't know if it was
the
like
voice would be
if it was
Morgan
like slowly.
Freeman.
Yeah, it's like
That's
slow,
what I thought too, right? You were
Wait,
talking about anthropomorphizing
He's like-
her vitiligo
He's
would
like,
be.
you got it in common with him. No,
would
that's
be-
Michael
yeah.
Jackson.
You were saying
That's
that
Michael
he's like the
Jackson.
spokesperson to bring awareness to it.
Yeah,
right?
But he
there's
doesn't
commercials
have-
for vitiligo cream or whatever.
Really? How
Yeah,
come
Mor-
I don't get those? How come you're getting those? Do you have vitiligo?
I don't believe so.
You gotta
We
get your
wouldn't be able to
algorithm
tell.
checked, man.
Well,
get your
there's-
algorithm checked.
Well, according to Boondocks, there's reverse vitiligo
There is.
too.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
there is.
No, my
Which a
friend.
character I'm
That's
not.
what
so-
happened
yeah.
to my mom.
Okay.
Yeah. No, I'm
Which
kidding.
am I supposed to laugh at that character or?
No, you shouldn't
Okay.
laugh at the Boondocks at all.
You don't get to enjoy
Yeah,
it,
yeah.
recruiters.
Well, just the uncle. Am I
Just depends on what you're laughing
the Uncle
at.
Ruckus lines? Am I allowed to? Am I allowed to
Funny.
find them funny or just oof?
No, you have to do that. Yeah, you have
I
to,
can't believe.
you have to laugh on the
Yeah.
inside.
Boy, I
Uncle
hope
Ruckus.
he
no,
is
no.
painted
What
as a
you
villain.
should do is be like, "Wow, he sounds just like my mom."
It would be my dad first.
Yeah.
My
Your
mom's
dad?
the liberal Jew. My dad's the racist Italian.
Ah,
Was the racist Italian.
Was.
He didn't stop being racist. He just died. But yeah.
Well,
so,
he did
yeah.
technically stop
He's
being
racism
racist.
free for
Yeah.
close
I
to
don't think-
20 years now.
Technically.
I mean, I don't think there are many
Technically-
racist ghosts. Maybe.
I figured most ghosts are racist.
Yeah.
They're
You
always.
think, you think you'd hold your racial animus over into the grave?
If you're a ghost, you're holding on to something. That's what makes you a ghost.
So, but if so you think racism could keep a ghost back? You think somebody would stay in this world for
I
racism?
think if there are they're more prominent than ever. If ghosts are like my unfinished business is to something racism related,
Yeah.
then he's only getting angrier.
All right. Well, that's fair. The racist ghosts would be the ones that are least likely to resolve their unfinished
Yeah,
business.
yeah.
That makes
When-
sense.
When you don't win Academy Awards for being in Wakanda forever, that's when you finally inner peace and you can
They
ascend.
dissipate. Yeah, they dissipate into.
You're like, good.
That's
My
funny.
haunting is over.
That's funny. Like the ghost of like. What's the guy's name, please? Dang, I can't remember his name now.
Oh,
Charlton Heston.
oh yes.
Like his ghost is just like, thank God Jamie Lee Curtis won.
Yeah. John Wayne's racist ghost dissipated when Emma Stone won the other
No,
night,
okay,
and the
actually,
Indian
yeah.
like
Yeah.
actress
Charlton
didn't win. He
Heston-
was like, ah.
Oh wait, no, Charlton Heston. I was thinking John Wayne. John Wayne's the one that ascended after last night. Or-
That's what I said. He
'cause the,
dissipated after the Indian actress didn't win. I'm sorry, Native American actress.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
Didn't
Oh, they
win.
didn't win.
No,
Oh.
Emma Stone won, which was crazy because like everyone thought the Killers of the Flower
yeah,
Moon
she was
actress.
supporting in Killers of the Flower Moon. So that.
Right.
But whatever. I'm just saying he's the one that attacked that. When Marlon Brando back in like the '70s Oscars refused his award, and the Native American woman came
Right,
up
he
and
said
like
it to
declined
Native
it. John Wayne like had to be held back from
Yes.
attacking her.
Yeah.
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 So John Wayne got a big win yesterday.
Yes, he did. His ghost has finally dissipated. He smiled and
what
faded
lets
away.
them go away when racism's still alive? That's something.
Well, that's something I want government to do something about. These
About these
racist
ghosts?
ghosts. Yeah, everywhere.
Have
Yeah.
the Ghostbusters had to deal with any racist ghosts yet?
Uh,
Is Slimer a racist?
Are they gonna redo it and just like have a black one now since they did a?
well, they've
woman
had a
one?
black Ghostbuster the entire
Yeah.
time.
No, I mean like the whole crew.
And all black
reimagined.
Ghostbusters.
Maybe with some black scientists this time around instead of
Instead-
3 scientists. And
Chat,
I know
like,
these
basically a
streets.
handyman. Yeah.
And then they can do like Ocean's 15 or something, and that can be all black.
Black
people.
oceans.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Dark water.
Would it still be an ocean? Because it was Danny Ocean and his sister. Would
Yeah.
it still
Could be an
Hey,
adopted.
that's
It
son.
could
yeah,
be
an
an
adopted.
ocean. It could be like his half brother that no one knew about.
Yeah.
There you
Dad
go.
was stepping out. you know.
Yeah. It's a shame you could have gotten the Bernie Mac spinoff if he was still there because he was a part of the original.
Yeah.
He
Ocean's
was
team.
the best ocean.
He was one of the best
I don't know
squad.
what they were called.
Yeah, I don't think you become an ocean just because you're on the team.
Hey,
Heist
you're in a, yeah.
member.
At the end, they all stand up on their desk. I am an ocean.
No, I'm an
but-
ocean.
I'm back to Charleston Heston.
Yeah.
It was crazy.
Was that real?
It's a good tie-in,
Was that-
right?
No,
Wasn't
he
he?
splits oceans.
That's
That's right. He splits the ocean.
Yeah, no, that's,
he had something to do with oceans. I knew that.
Michael.
That was-
the guy.
He
Michael,
got throat cancer from eating out.
Oh,
his
Michael
wife.
Douglas?
Michael Douglas. Yeah.
Kirk Douglas.
Kirk
His dad.
Douglas. Yeah.
Yeah.
That was
His
Spartacus.
dad was Spartacus. Kirk Douglas.
And
Whose
Sp-
name was not Kirk Douglas. That was like one of those change your name to sound
like Martin
like
Sheen.
Anglo. Yeah.
I didn't know that. Yeah, Estevez, right?
Yeah,
So
go check it out on Wikipedia.
Okay. See, we're just throwing down Oscar.
After-
I
movie
know my
facts.
rabbit holes, okay.
Now, was Spartacus classically white too, or was he one of those race? I don't know anything about
He was
Spartacus.
Italian,
Uh,
right?
So
Maybe. Oh, actually, no. I
Yes.
guess he was a
Wait.
slave, so he could have been anything.
like
but he was in
actual
Rome.
Spartacus? Like,
Yeah.
yeah,
He was.
oh.
He was like.
See, this is the part of the podcast where I don't know what's going on because I'm not a white guy, so I'm not obsessed with like Roman.
yeah.
history.
So let me step in here because I can give you a little bit
Sparta,
about
any of
Roman
that,
Roman
yeah.
I'm
history.
white in the right circles.
I think about the Roman Empire like once a year.
Yeah, I think about it pretty regularly. I was very seen by that movement. I think about the Roman Empire a lot. He was
He's
Spartacus.
like reaching for toilet paper and he's like, oh, the Roman Empire.
Yeah.
You know, I just when I'm on a road. All right, I need to
When
you're
you're
like,
like,
the
when
road.
you
See,
check out
you
an
know what I'm talking about.
aqueduct or whatever.
Yeah. Hey, listen. If I saw an aqueduct, you better believe I'd be thinking about the Roman Empire. There are not enough of them
When you
around
use a
here.
urinal.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, when I vomit after I eat, I have a problem. I think of the Roman Empire.
Wait, Roman
Caligula?
Empire invented urinals?
I don't know. Roman, Greek, I get it all confused.
It's all Greek to me.
I just, if it's not Black history or Asian history or South American or
So anything but white.
like Napoleon, don't know who he is.
You didn't.
He
never
was in
seen
a
the-
movie.
yeah.
They just
I
made a
just
movie
know he
about
was
him.
short.
Yeah, he had a big hat.
And he was
That's
a-
all I retained
And
from
he
the
carried
movie.
a big stick.
Yeah.
That was Teddy Roosevelt. Yeah. So you have to know that for American
Yeah, no, I
politics.
know
That's
it-
in the pamphlet.
I know
Yeah.
enough to make a joke of it.
He's on the front of the brochure. Yeah.
Yeah. So, did you want to tell us more about the Roman Empire?
I could talk about this for the entire hour, but let's not. Spartacus was Thracian, Dave, which was a.
Is that three different? Is that like there's biracial and he's
That's
tri?
right. He's Thracian.
Thracian
yeah.
is triracial.
Yes,
Okay,
yes, yes.
got it.
Thracian.
Uh,
Thrace?
yes, from Thrace, which was a country in Eastern Europe.
Country?
Well, something,
Or
a
was it a
kingdom,
region?
some sort of
City-state?
some sort of a
City-state?
Probably.
Oh,
you know, grouping of
I took ancient
like-minded
civilizations once
ancient
upon a
peoples.
time.
Yeah, that's that degree that
No,
that
that
got
was
you
high
into
school.
politics. Oh, okay.
That was like first semester freshman year. High
Too
school.
much knowledge exchange going on here.
Yeah,
I
this
don't.
is too smart. This
Yeah.
podcast has suddenly
Just think
gotten
of
too
like,
smart.
paintings on the wall and like tile and
I've
like vases that are broken.
Yes, a
And
lot of
people are
broken
like,
vases.
Wow, this vase. That's how I feel about white people in like art. They're always like, oh, and it's like,
that's how our comedy shows get reactions. It's never it's
Yeah,
you do a show in Maryland, you get
Never.
just Oh, it's terrible. See, I joke about having an associate's degree to make myself sound stupid in most places. When I do it in Maryland, I sound like I'm bragging. But yeah, I've always paintings are stupid anyway, as far as art.
I agree. We're too far away to fist bump, but
I like paintings. They're nice to
Well,
look
you
at.
like
I
poetry
like
too.
art,
sometimes.
but it's
Whoa,
just,
hey, whoa,
I
let's
don't know.
not spread rumors around here.
And you apologize to burlesque dancers.
I did.
You like all the dumb forms of art. I'm sorry.
I apologize so we would stop getting spit on, Dave.
We.
Whoa.
You were probably there that night.
I
Were
don't know
you
what
there?
he's talking
Were you
about.
there when Dave
Bar
got spit
13.
on?
I don't know what he's talking about.
You frequent Delaware, famous Delaware establishment, Bar 13, which is, it's a historical landmark at this point, right?
Sure.
that's fair.
I'm
Yeah.
sure Mr. Pasta is at least across the street.
Is that actually open?
Yeah, you can get a dish of pasta right there.
I've
Neil's
never
going
been-
crazy with where this.
Yeah, I don't know what the fuck Mr. Pasta
Were we
is
supposed to
either.
have like a specific?
No. We
just-
just talk
Okay.
about anything.
We're having a conversation. This is how conversations happen in non-WASP households.
We talk. Okay, that's interesting.
That was a shock.
That's right,
Nice.
Neil.
I don't know
Talk
your
privilege.
background.
No,
but,
that's understandable.
but I have
He's the
heard
whitest
that.
one of all of us.
I figured. 'Cause
Thank
he's
you.
like, "What's going on?" And we're like a normal, organic conversation.
Yeah, talk about the restaurant across the street from a bar in
From a
Delaware
bar
that no
that
one
no
knows.
one's ever
Yeah,
heard about.
exactly. That's very
I
good.
didn't know what they were talking about either.
You didn't know
You,
about Mr.
it's
Pasta?
a
First of
huge
all-
barn that says Mr.
Okay.
Pasta on
It
it.
looks
When I'm
nuts.
driving to a place, I don't acknowledge anything I don't notice anything on the road except for the place that is my
That
destination.
sounds like a great way to like be safe when you get lost or run out of gas or anything.
You're
It's
missing a
like, where
cul-
are you? I don't know.
yeah.
On the way to where I was going.
And you're truly missing a cultural landmark. It is a giant barn with the words Mr. Pasta
Yeah.
written on it. And allegedly they sell spaghetti out of this barn.
I figured it went out of business the way it looked.
Yeah, pull up Mr. Pasta for the people, Neil. They
Oh,
need to
man.
see this. This is important
Is it actually
contextual
like
information.
I have
still in
seen that.
business?
You must have seen
See,
Mr.
of course.
Pasta.
See, he's seen
What
it.
the hell was there? There's no way
Process
that
it.
building started off as a pasta place.
No, it's some kind of a barn, and it looks like people get murdered inside of it. But allegedly, you can get like pasta. Hopefully,
Yeah.
out of the window.
You can get pasta and you can be made into meat sauce.
Or as Charlton Heston says, yeah, it's not pasta, it's people.
It all comes back
I
around.
love circling it back around. But to answer your question, yes, if I break down or get lost, I just live there.
That's why he's in New
Yeah.
Jersey.
If
Right.
my car got stolen, I would just be Neil's roommate. I would have no concept of how to get home from here.
And I would not give you a ride.
That's
so
funny.
You live in the opposite direction. I
Yeah,
wouldn't
thank- thank
even
you.
So I'm like the complete opposite where I will, when I'm going somewhere new, I'll be looking at the GPS. Like when I had an older car, I would look at my odometer and just be like, okay, I'm 14 miles into this trip. So I'm like 5 miles from the thing I was supposed to do.
You like plan out everything on any trip.
But not any trip, but like when I'm going like somewhere new that I'm nervous about.
Sure.
Like before here.
Like a basement in North
like
Philadelphia.
this
Yeah.
neighborhood.
Yeah. No,
Sorry.
this I was nervous enough where I was like, I'm gonna bring my husband.
Sure.
Well, okay. Was that because I just gave you an address? Was that because it was two deliverance-looking dudes like us?
Yeah.
Okay.
No, it's like, yeah, when two guys are like, hey, want to go on our podcast? We like film it in the basement in Philly. I'm like, yeah.
Smart.
I think I need a +1.
Smart.
And I realized, yeah, because I was like, and I friend requested her like after midnight to invite her. Well, because I saw her at Bar 13. I'm like, oh yeah, she'd be a good guest. I got to run it by Dan. And then you took fucking forever to answer.
Yeah, you
and then
know
when
I
you
did.
finally did, I was like, oh shit, I don't have her. So I sent a friend. And I was like, oh shit, it's like 1 a.m. That's not something you do to a married woman. But I'm half owl. So that's
Yeah,
just
comedians don't operate on
Yeah.
normal human time. That's like I said.
No,
that's
that's
the
definitely true.
degeneracy. Of,
Well, yeah, because you get out of an open mic and it's like late, and you're like, at least the way I get out of them, I'm like wired, and I'm
Yeah.
like, I have all these ideas, like, oh, I wonder if she agrees with me. What do you think about? And like, people are asleep, and
Yeah,
they're like,
and nobody understands.
you
Yeah,
good?
no, Dan fucking responds to half my shit at 4 a.m.
Oh, totally.
And I respond instantly.
Quite often, you're right. I feel like I could DM you. I'm totally comfortable DMing you at 4:30. No, not a second thought.
Yeah.
Dave always books the podcast by starting with "You up." It's like, Dave, stop that part. Don't do that part.
Yeah.
We got to go into the news if that's cool with everybody.
Okay, yeah, let's do it.
We got to jump into it.
I'm into it.
Nice.
You've
Okay, this is the news section of the show. If you don't remember how this works after 2 weeks, well, me either. The rules are Dave and I have written 12 jokes about the news of the week. I have not seen what Dave has written. Dave has not seen what I have written. If we write a joke on the same news story, we are going to have what we call a joke off. Joke off. And as long as Dave and I are joking each other off, Medina, you are the judge of that. You get to pick your favorite joke, and then that person gets a point. I believe I'm still one ahead. Maybe we're tied. Maybe I'm 2 ahead. I don't even remember. I've been in Vegas, baby.
one. Let's say one.
No, let's. Neil has been keeping track, but we'll get to the bottom of that after the show. Dave, would you like to go first, as is your wont?
Sure. Caitlin Clark passes Pete Maravich to set all-time NCAA scoring record. It was always destined for her to be her, as any time a black player attempted going after the pistol, police would step in immediately.
Yeah.
That's an old people joke. They have to know who Pistol Pete is, right?
That's for old. That's for the olds.
Us olds.
Speaking of olds, after a fiery State of the Union, some Republicans accused Joe Biden of being on drugs. A White House spokesman confirmed the president is 81 years old. He needs drugs to speak, to eat, to sleep, and to breathe. Drugs are the only way he's doing any of this.
Yeah. And poop.
Yes.
Poop. Definitely pooping.
Yeah.
All right. University of Maryland suspends Greek life indefinitely. This means there will be no fraternity activity, nor will the philosophy teachers be able to have gay sex with any of their students.
Oh my God.
What was happening in your bachelor's program?
Wait, you don't know about Greek philosophers? They all,
That's
Plato, whatever. They all had gay sex with their underlings.
That is called underlings. That sounds weird in that
Greek,
context.
that's a Greek word for student.
Okay. I'll just take your word on this, on all of this.
I'm smart.
During the State of the Union, President Biden calls for ban on artificial intelligence voice impressions. But unfortunately, he asked for it using his best Samuel L. Jackson voice impression. Get more about the image on that one.
And this is a fun image one, too. Scientists take a step closer to resurrecting the woolly mammoth. And if that fails, their backup plan will be to just glue a bunch of toupees onto an elephant.
Yeah, that's cute. I like it. I like that. In her response to the State of the Union, Senator Katie Britt blamed Biden for an immigrant sex crime that happened during the Bush administration. This gaffe was widely condemned, especially by men, because why do women got to always bring up old shit?
Oh my God.
Sorry.
I gotta say, though, if you're played by Scarlett
Thank you. It
Johansson,
was
that's
really
a pretty big compliment at the same time.
I
right?
agree. I
Yeah.
thought that too. She eviscerated her in the sketch, but I would be like, I'd come away with that being like, oh, I'm Scarlett Johansson.
Ryan Gosling, if SNL had Ryan Gosling come on and just shit all over me, I'd be like, I look like Ryan.
Yeah, right. I would totally be
even
happy
hear what
about
they were
that.
saying.
I'm with you.
Applebee's is shrinking. Its parent company may open joint restaurants with IHOP. And if this goes through, they're going to have a new slogan, eating good in a bad neighborhood.
Mitch McConnell announces his retirement. And the senator says he looks forward to many happy years of staring blankly into a middle space and scaring everyone into thinking he stopped breathing.
I don't think people would be scared about that.
Well, then maybe the people.
Yeah. Yes, he stopped breathing. Some fans at cold weather Chiefs playoff game underwent amputations, hospital confirms.
Oh my God.
Yeah, that won't deter them from their fandom, though, as they plan to be there next year to support their team, even if their tomahawks are missing a blade.
It's rough.
The Chiefs do that,
the
but yeah,
hands.
they
I
just
was like,
nub-
what's that
oh.
Yikes.
I tried to write a story about. I'm glad you got that one because I couldn't figure that one out. Neil, I have my visual cue coming up. If you could go
Oh,
to my
no.
Instagram, please.
Do you want to just? Oh,
It's okay. I usually save these for the end, but this one just it works where it's at. Here we go. Thank you. Okay.
okay.
Donald Trump calls North Carolina gubernatorial candidate, quote, Martin Luther King on steroids. Those civil rights leaders say if he were really Martin Luther King Jr. on steroids, he would bench press a German Shepherd, flip over a fire truck, and rip Donald Trump's arms off. And as you can see, there is my MLK
wow.
on steroids.
Oh, the build up.
We need to ban AI illustration.
AI illustration.
No,
Weirdly enough,
that's real.
okay,
That's real.
AI would allow me to make this. It would allow me to make Martin Luther King Jr. on steroids. It would not allow me to film him intimidating Donald Trump, not even doing violence, just physically intimidating him. I got banned for like 5 minutes. And then it also wouldn't let me do Joe Biden dressed as Samuel L. Jackson, which doesn't seem problematic at all. Really, if you're just taking it at face value, it seems silly. But they said that was a violation of their community standard. So my AI generation
It
has
would be
started.
too fiery.
It started and ended with swole Martin Luther King
If
Jr.
we get 4 more years of Biden, he's going to need an eye patch in that time at some point anyway, right?
Listen,
That'll be your Samuel L. Jackson.
I would love any president with an eye patch.
Ooh, I would vote for that. I
would.
think. Yeah,
It would
I don't care
definitely.
what their politics are.
Yeah, it would be on the pros for
This whole
sure.
conversation, and that's what make you vote. Eye patch.
Yeah, Medina, if you ever considered just an eye patch, you don't even have to lose the eye. Just
And
wear an eye
different
patch.
state.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not voting in Delaware. All right. CBS is developing its first black daytime soap opera in 35 years. CBS said the script really has legs, and unlike the white ones, black soaps will actually be used on those legs. Apparently, that's a thing on Black Twitter that white people don't wash their legs.
True.
I will tell you what, that meme has made me more conscious about my leg washing. I was never a non-leg washing white, but I definitely, am now more conscious.
I'll admit it here. White people's giving out their own secrets. I'm a trickle down.
Okay,
Oh
that's
my
fine.
Insane.
I'll tell you
That
what.
is so wild.
I'll give you
Look
this.
at my body type. I don't bend well.
I know. That's okay. White out of shape people don't wash their legs. I think is what we're saying.
I'm not. I only wash my legs now. I still don't use a
just not
washcloth.
the top
Bar of
half.
soap,
Yeah.
straight bar on the body. I'm still white
Straight
like that.
bar. Wow.
Yeah, I
Wait,
know.
no.
I don't use a washcloth.
I'm straight bar now too.
Yeah.
You
I
guys
was
need
loofah when I
more geographical diversity in that.
There needs to be more
when
soap
I had
diversity as well.
roommates that I had to share a bathroom with. I was loofah. Now it's my own shower. Bar of soap.
Yeah, I just
That's
use
it.
bar soap straight up on me. Anyway, I'm that kind of white person. I'm glad
Whites. Yeah.
learning something about our whiteness every episode here.
Wow.
Yeah.
Who's up?
Wait, me?
I think it's Dan.
Oh, it is me.
I
I'm
just
sorry.
prompted the
I'm just
shower
thinking about all the,
discussion.
the
Right,
soap
right.
I'm going to use on my legs later. Joe Biden effigy beaten, kicked at Kansas City GOP event, drawing outrage as President Biden absolutely looks frail enough that he could die just from kicking a doll that looks like him.
Okay. Texas students suspended for not reporting classmate with gun. Parents outraged. Although this could lead to a lot of unnecessary paperwork, as in Texas, this would mean reporting any child who's had a 12th birthday. 12th, difficult word to spell, I found out. Yeah. Try it. Let's hear it.
TWELFTH.
Fuck. Yeah.
Yeah. Listen, this is my liberal
Look,
arts
I'm with
degree.
you. That's right, but I did feel like there was a V.
That F doesn't.
Yeah.
You'd think
I'm
it
like,
was a
there's
V.
not a V, but there is there a V?
Not
Yeah.
on
Yeah.
that, just on 12.
12.
Yeah. All right. 92-year-old Fox News owner Rupert Murdoch gets engaged to 67-year-old Elena Zukova. The pair will honeymoon to a luxurious European castle, where by night they will descend upon the local village, hunting for their next meal.
That's my favorite one so
Thank you.
far. That's
Oh.
good.
Good thing there's no joke off.
Yeah. Is that like, does that fit the rule? Like if you take half and add 7?
I think once you're 67 years old, people give you credit. Like you know what you're doing.
It's still weird.
Yeah. That's true. I hope she takes him.
No,
for
he's a
everything worth.
predator.
He's a pedophile, clearly.
He was on the Epstein.
He's robbing the
yeah.
cradle.
Yeah, I mean, he probably is a
He's
pedophile
definitely
for
on the
other
Epstein
reasons.
list.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what the 67-year-old, it's throwing people off the trail. It's like the...
All right. Pentagon office responsible for investigating UFOs rolls out new portable detection kits. They'll probably have to re-release it with a warning, though, based on how many people thought they were supposed to stick it up their ass.
Jake Paul to fight Mike Tyson in live Netflix boxing event.
Let's go.
Yeah, and while the fight itself might be boring, it will be fun to see Iron Mike say, "I'm going to send him back to the suicide forest."
I think you got the wrong Paul brother, but
Oh, was that the other Paul that went to the suicide forest?
Yeah.
Oh, man.
but as long as one of them dies after this fight.
Yeah, whichever Paul,
Yeah.
any Paul dying is good. I'll even
It'll
take
even
Big
out.
Mike dying.
So you're a fan of this? This happened, or just because you want Mike Tyson to?
No, I just like when YouTubers get beat up.
Heck yeah.
Yeah, but he
I agree.
keeps picking fights. Mike Tyson's what, 67 now?
Yeah, it's going to be an interesting, because, yeah,
I'm not going to watch.
I'm not
refuse.
either.
Yeah.
But I
Not
will
either.
pay attention, probably for the purposes of a news story.
If
that
Mike
I read.
loses, then I won't pay attention. But if he wins, I'll talk about it. I might even watch clips.
There you
right,
go.
if Jake Paul gets
All
beaten
right.
up,
Like
I'll
I
watch
didn't
that.
watch Conor McGregor and Khabib until Khabib beat him up. You know.
Right, I get
So-
that. That makes sense.
Yeah. All right. Pope sparks anger after saying Ukraine should have the courage of the white flag and negotiate. He justified his remarks by saying, "Hey, the guy running things over here has a god complex, and we're doing fine." Stupid. Now that I said it out loud.
It's okay. It's okay. I've got something light here. Akira Toriyama, creator of Dragon Ball Z, dies. He will be buried, but only after his pallbearers take 20 episodes training to get strong enough to carry his casket. If you ever seen Dragon Ball Z, your eyes glazed over. I know you have no.
I'm a Chrono Trigger fan. He's the guy behind Chrono
He
Trigger.
did.
So
Yeah, great game.
I felt that. Pro-Palestine protesters momentarily delayed Oscars. In their defense, though, they were outside the theater, so they weren't able to hear the wrap-it-up music.
Sure.
Took a safe approach to that.
Yeah. I was like,
I tried
okay.
to. Fucking Jews invented the wrap-it-up music, but
I've been
no, I
waiting-
just went with the safe.
I've been waiting for you to renounce your Jewishness all episode, by the way, Dave.
My
We'll
bad.
save it for the
I
next
feel
one.
like I did that the first episode, the
Yeah, I
first
feel like
second
that might
into
have
the
been our
first
first
episode.
episode, yeah. All right. Airbnb bans the use of indoor security cameras. A spokesman for the company said, quote, "Our customers should feel secure knowing the only camera you'll be on is hidden in the toilet."
I did.
I'm just worried about that at Airbnb.
You are,
so
yeah.
yes.
Everyone wants the Dan
Yeah.
D'Aprile toilet
It
shot.
doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It's not like they're trying to catch me specifically. I'm
Right,
just
right.
on camera. It's
He's
like a
just
wildlife
an
camera at that
unlikely
point.
Victim.
Yeah, exactly.
No light escapes when you're sitting on the toilet anyway. No.
Still, you'll get the rising and the falling. You'll still have some footage. Okay, there's still footage.
All right, my last one. Oppenheimer named top picture at Oscars. Film dominates with 7 trophies. Giving fans exactly what they wanted to see, a 3-hour event where they actually get to watch Oppenheimer wipe out the field.
Okay. Yeah, that's a bomb. That's a bomb. Joke.
Yeah.
Russian hackers breached key Microsoft systems. And experts say the hack was only caught because when people opened Word, Clippy the paperclip would ask if they needed help overthrowing the capitalist pigs. And we do.
Fun stuff.
Yeah. And we do. That's
Old
the
Comrade Clippy.
and that's the news.
could
Thank
be a
you
fun
guys
name
for
too, right?
Comrade Clippy.
Comrade
Yeah, that'd be
Clippy,
pretty
yeah.
good.
Comrade Clippy.
Write that one down. Okay, well, Medina, thank you so much for coming on.
Thanks for having
What
me.
do you got coming up?
That's a great question. What do I have coming up?
Or just
What's
anything
today's
to pro-
date?
Today
It's,
is the 12th.
Yes.
I will be up in Pennsylvania, Allentown suburbs on the 30th, I think. That Saturday.
Cool.
Sweet.
I'm around.
It's a show of some sort, I assume.
Yeah, comedy show. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
I mean, is that what you meant?
yeah,
Yes.
like what shows are?
No,
Yeah.
you
What
just
shows?
You know, I'll
literally
be in the
promote-
State House tomorrow.
Well, that's true. Yeah, you got any
Yeah,
cool
you can
votes
promote
coming up?
anything you
Yeah.
want right now.
What?
You can promote anything you want. Your Insta, your...
Follow me on Instagram at Madinah4DE. And I'm on TikTok giving you impromptu parody songs about
Ooh.
whatever's on my mind.
Okay.
My TikTok is Funky Cold Dean for the people who were alive in the 80s. And yeah, I have a lot of stuff coming up. I got political stuff coming up. I got comedy stuff coming up. Check out my Linktree, which is on my Instagram and my Twitter.
That's right. Catch her while you can. We'll see you
Yeah.
on HBO at some point. So.
See her at some bar in
HBO or TED.
Pennsylvania.
You know, it'll probably be a TED Talk, but
Hey,
Hey,
that's something.
it's something. He doesn't even have something on Tubi, so...
Not yet.
So I'm always going to hit you with the Cat Williams insults now wherever I can. You don't have something on YouTube or
you
Tubi.
know, that interview was really pivotal for me.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
We covered that extensively.
Yeah.
We did.
That's
When
where
he
Dan
says,
found
like,
out, yeah.
he goes into the belly of the beast, like the Satan's playground. That's where
Yeah.
I go 3 days a week to the State House.
Sweet.
So
That's right.
I'll be there this week.
Okay. Good luck in hell.
Thank you.
Dave, do you have anything coming up?
Next Thursday, Daklak or something like that.
Dalek Paradise?
Yeah, that sounds about right.
right. Crisco show.
I'm going to be there. Epaulette's hosting, friend of the show.
Oh, very
Oh,
cool.
yeah.
I don't know the rest of the people. So only one friendly face. The rest are out to get me. And yeah, this Saturday. Yeah, not yeah.
No? Yeah?
I
no?
got a 7-year-old's birthday party to go to.
Oh, you're performing at it?
No. In fact, here's a question: if I already bought her a present on her actual birthday 3 weeks ago, I don't have to. I don't like
No.
showing up to a party empty-handed, but I don't
Yeah.
have to buy.
You already
some-
bought her a gift. You're
Okay.
fine. You're taken
It's
care
still
of.
weird, you know. If there would
Bring
be
a
a
food or
thing and like
something.
no.
I'm sorry, I'm too ethnic again.
No, he's just trying to justify
no,
what he's already going
Everybody,
to do.
yeah. Every normal person brings food. I
Okay.
just won't.
You
No.
won't do it.
No, okay.
You won't
Well,
do
if you
it.
wouldn't bring food, don't bring a gift. You're good.
Yeah, don't bring a gift. Just sit
Food-
in.
Food is like the gift is like, oh,
I will bring one hamburger
for yourself and eat it in front of her.
and I will eat it.
an open bag of tortilla chips where it's
In a
just
corner,
the little
yes.
tiny pieces at the bottom.
I will sit miserably looking in a corner and just yeah.
I'd expect
What do you
that.
got?
Nothing. You're not coming to my birthday, at least. What do I have? I am going to be. Oh, this is March 23rd, so we got some time. I'll talk about it next week, but I'll talk about it now too. I'll be at the Bootless Stageworks Comedy Corner. Yeah,
in
doing
Delaware.
That's right.
Oh.
Belinda Clear and Kadriana K-Mac, great comics, are having me on. That should be fun. This week, I'm doing nothing. I'm getting my life in order because I put everything off 2 weeks ago before I left for Vegas.
Yeah.
Now my life is all caught up to me, and I was like, why did I not just do this shit before I left? So that's what I'll be doing all week. Neil, do you have anything coming up?
Yeah, guys, I have some stuff coming up. But first, let's make sure we check out the merch.
Get that
Don't
merch
forget,
Oh, yeah.
out there.
don't forget to
Full
check
merch
out
plug.
some of their sweet merch over at drop10.com. You can go over there and check out everything we've got going on for these guys. Some hoodies, some shirts. And, of course, you can subscribe on YouTube and all this stuff. And maybe we get to see these guys in April over at Biggest Little Comedy. You can check out some of our shows. We run a bunch. And, just go over there, drop10.com/Biggest Little Comedy, or you can check us out on Instagram at Biggest Little Comedy Shows. Thanks a lot, guys. Don't forget to like and subscribe these guys on all the stuff. That's important.
Oh, yeah. Thank you,
Yeah.
please.
All right.
Well, that's it.
Yeah,
That's
we'll
the
see
show.
you next week with Dorian Vasquez and
Okay. Oh,
Rachel
cool.
Barnes. Yeah.
Yes,
Another
another couples
power couple.
episode. Yes, very excited, very excited. Thanks, Medina. We
Thanks for
appreciate you
having
coming out
me.
and making some time. And thanks for watching, guys. We'll see you next week. Well, there we go. Thanks for listening, everybody.
Oh, man, that was a. we fucking landed that like Kerry Strug should have.
How you doing? This is Neil Wood from the Cult of Us podcast, speaking on behalf of Drop 10 Media Network, the network you're currently listening to. Make sure to check out all the other podcasts on the network. You can go to drop10.com to check them all out. Make sure to like, subscribe on everything that you see Drop 10 on. We appreciate it. Go to drop10.com now.
This has been a Drop Tent Media production.